everyone. Let me know how the music is. Make sure it's not too loud. But anyway, good morning. It's Friday. It's Friday. We're at the end of the week. We've got like one more week of school stuff until the kids are on. I think one more week, maybe 2 more weeks. I don't know. I gotta look at when their winter break is, but it's coming up, so we'll get to focus on some Christmas stuff. Anyway, but let's go ahead and dive right in. Let's do our hellos. Jeanette, saw you at the top. Hope you have a good dentist trip. Let's see. Thriving, welcome. Let's see. Dawn, hello. Kim, hello. Linda, hello. Let's see. Early Port, hello. Shannon, good morning. Lizelle, good morning. Let's see. Josephine, good morning. All right. So, again, I know I'm like a minute or so early, but it's just kind of like when I'm sitting here and like I'm literally ready to go. I was just like, at least turned it on, just a couple minutes early. Jen, good morning. I don't really have too many announcements. I do have the next episode filmed. I just haven't had time to edit it yet, but you guys can have a little sneaky peek. Hi, Michelle. A sneaky peek of the next episode's finished page in this one. So here it's a little bright. No, that's too bright. There we go. All right, so this page is all done in Crayolas. Like I said, I'm working on editing it. I haven't decided yet what I want to do with this page. Part of me wanted to do the Neocolors with it, but I just can't visualize what I want it to look like yet. So I need to think more. So in the meantime, I was like, let's do Neocolors on this one. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, so it's, I was pleased with how it turned out. I tried to do different sky backgrounds with each one. I had posted, I think it was a swatch page of the Crayola, and people were like, oh, I want to see more Crayola pages. I was like, you know what? It's cool. We can make it work. Like, obviously, Crayola is not an artist grade pencil. It's kind of like a pencil for everyone. It's budget friendly, loads of colors, but it just doesn't put down as much pigment. But I like to do these on occasion to show that you don't have to have like the top of the line, art supplies to just have fun and fill in the space. The only thing that was a frequent feature in all of the little vignettes was this little Posca pen. Normally I use paint, but this is brand new and it's not dried out. So I was like, you know what? It's a lot easier than getting out all the paint stuff. And it worked great for highlights for that. So anyway, stay tuned. This one's going to be part 2. This one's going to be part 3. And then I have no idea what I'm doing with this. But, we'll get there. And this is page 20 that's finished. So I am working on gathering up a post that I'm going to make that will include all the way from this page to this page, because I'm going to do like a roundup of the images every 10 pages or so, because we had one episode that was the front, one was the back, one that was the vinyl, and then we have this. So the new post will be from the butterfly page to this page, and then this will start, I don't know, section 3, series 3, I don't know. Thanks, Josephine. Hi, Kenny. Got Small Victories about 2 weeks ago. I haven't colored it yet. It is so small. Yes, like I understand how small some of those images are. Thank you. Yeah, so people really liked the pocket versions. It was just like a lot less overwhelming. And honestly, I recommend Small Victories to anyone who wants to get into adult coloring, but is maybe like overwhelmed by the size of the pages. She is coming out with a new book next year called Inklings. As you can see, we still have a long way to go. I don't know if you guys saw that, but I have 3 copies of this book. And at one point, I had handed this one for the kids to color. And I meant to grab the other one when I started this series, but I didn't. I grabbed this one. And so it's got some in the page that the kids worked on. So when I get to this page, we're going to make it work. And we are going to add in the kids' colored versions anyway. But yeah, we still have a long way to go. Honestly, at the rate that I'm going, I don't even know if we'll have this finished by the time Inklings comes out. But you know what? It's fine. We'll just keep rolling with it and eventually get to Inklings. Anyway, so that is where we're at with that. Hang on one second. I'm going to turn on the fan real quick, which is hilarious because it's cold here. But once I have all the lights on in here, like I end up getting fairly warm. The real question today will be, will Sir Paul McCartney come and hang out with us? Last I checked, he was downstairs. sleeping. So we shall see. He really, I posted a video the other day. Hi, Durbin. Almost done with yours, Jen. That's awesome. Are you going to do like a full flip through? Hi, Chrissy. Yeah, full flip through would be cool. But yeah, we'll see if he comes up here. All right, so let's see if we're zoomed out all the way. All right, so wonderful wildflowers. We just finished on stream. Where is it? Why can't I find it? We finished, oh, there it is. We finished the fairy door. We did this one with the Artix markers. Added the little stone wall behind it. Right, that's what I was thinking. I was just like, this is nice and simple. Like, I don't want to, I was just like, I need to start doing slightly smaller ones for stream so we can actually, you know, complete it in an appropriate amount of time. I did, however, color another page on my own. I posted a picture and a reel of that. With the throwback pictures that I've been posting, people have been commenting how cool like the vibrant color palettes were, which they're not wrong. And it had been so long since I did one. I swear, I don't know how to find any pages in this book. I kind of just did one on my own, grabbed a color cube card. I swear, does the page not exist in here anymore? And I did one, hang on. Okay, there's that one. It's the little island. Butterfly. Guys, am I losing my mind? Hang on. I know it's in here. Like, this shouldn't be difficult. Oh my gosh, you guys, did the page disappear? Oh, there it is. I just hadn't done it all the way back. You dripped it? Maybe. Maybe. So this one I finished on my own. I did this one in Prismacolors, grabbed a color cube card. It was number 507. Thank you. I think it was from box 3 of the second edition, but I've got a little reel of how I did this one, and I posted a picture of it and everything. But I had a lot of fun. Got some like little orange and blue flames, but yeah. Right, Josephine? I really liked it. I saw it and I was just like, yeah, absolutely. So that one I did on my own. Did I do this instead of working on the episodes? Yes, but sometimes, why am I putting this away? We're using sometimes I just, you know, want to do my own thing too. All right, but for today, hi, Marcy, how are you? Hi, Trey. For today, we are doing a limited color palette. So I had treated myself to this one a few months ago. Honestly, like my goal someday is to finish off the entire collection. There's a lot of, like, this one is a special edition. There's like 3 other special editions of these. So I have this one. And then I have this one also, which has a good range of colors. Steve had gotten this for me for my birthday this past April. And so it's got a good rainbow of colors. But I loved, right, Josephine? Oh, they're so nice. They're so nice. I loved the portrait set was high on my list. The next one high on my list to get, which I don't even know if it has prime shipping on it or not. And I want to say it's a little bit more expensive than the other ones. But it is the pastel one. They've got some really pretty pale colors. Let's see. I think I might pull the cards from first box that were omitted and updated set and then donate the original boxes to an art program where I work. Oh, that'd be nice. Yeah, 5 special editions total. Lizelle, did I say hi to you? I apologize if I didn't. But yeah, so this is, again, one I treated myself to a couple months ago, and I was like, you know what, this might be kind of fun. While it's a portrait set, I really do enjoy sometimes stepping out of the box, and we're going to use it for the flowers. So this is the little swatch of all of the colors that we have available to us in that set. So we've got aubergine, Van Dyke brown, burnt sienna, russet, crimson alizarin, light wine lease. Is that what I wrote? Did I, like, hang on. Is that going to be this one? Oh, no, it is light wine lease. Anyway, light wine lease. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. Then salmon, conch pearl, light peony yellow, and white. So when I was looking at these flowers, Johanna specifically, oh, Blake has them, nice. At their new 5 special edition ones, I think they should have the 15 colors separate. Okay, back to my corner. Very possibly. Like it was nicer to have like a themed set that was a little bit more in the price range. I want to say that these were like 32 when I got them, maybe. Comments. Oh yeah, no, that'd be awesome. Right, Jeanette? Yeah, it's been interesting. I mean, because you know, when you're in this kind of like community, in this circle, of course, most of us here have all heard of Sarah Renee Clark, so it's obvious to us. And so then when somebody's like, "Hold up, what are these?" and I'm like, "Ooh, all right, new stories." It's like when I meet someone new that haven't heard all my stories. I feel like the way we have been, because I've been streaming for what, 8-ish years now. What, 2017 was the first time? Anyway, for a while. So I feel like we've been in some level of a relationship, and you know, you've been with someone long enough, you've told all your stories. Like, at least 75% of you in here have probably heard all my, if you've been here since I got meningitis, you've been here for ages. So I feel silly sometimes when I tell stories and I'm just like, they've probably heard this. Oh well, I'm just gonna roll with it. But yeah, okay, let's go ahead and dive in. So I think these are pretty similar to poppies. Durbin, I'm sorry. Hey, I've been here that long too, man. I mean, my babies were in diapers when I started this, all right? Well, maybe one baby was in diapers, but they are very much not in diapers anymore. So yeah, a little bit. Well, here, let's get started and I'll tell you my stories. All right. For our color palette, we could do a couple different color poppies because obviously, not all poppies are the same. So I was thinking we could do like a couple aubergine, maybe a couple salmon. We could use the conch pearl. And I like the idea of using the light peony yellow as our lighter color. So I think I want to start with the purple first. The stems and the leaves are going to be more in the, right? That's what I was thinking, Josephine. I was feeling like it was good. Sorry, there's cat hair that keeps ending up on the page. If you saw one of my videos last week, Paul has just been all over me on this desk. Like, again, he will show up at some point today when he hears me talking. Oh, it's terrible. Thankfully, I had the one that is not a death sentence, but it was still bad. Like, no joke. 0 out of 10. Would not recommend. Would not wish it on my worst enemy. Like, meningitis is, it's rough. Hi, Katrina. Okay, so let's grab our aubergine and the light peony yellow. And we'll start with that. So they're not sharpened super fine, and I don't really want to because like they're basically the size of crayons and I don't want to blow through them. So what we're going to do, because these are water soluble, we'll drag them into one another. So we're going to lay down kind of where we want the color, and then we'll apply the water once I have everything kind of placed where I want it to be. My instinct says I want to start with this large one because I definitely want that to be an aubergine. I think we could do probably aubergine. I don't want to do aubergine like huge for all of them. So we'll start this way and we'll work our way over because I don't want to run my hand through it before it's activated. So we'll do aubergine. How many times can I say that today? And then we'll do salmon. So we'll do maybe salmon, and then conch pearl. So we'll just kind of build as we go along, but I did. Yeah, we got little Christmas lights. Do I have it? Okay. I do have a Christmas tree in here, but I haven't put batteries in the tree lights yet. And I just set it there because I was like getting Christmas stuff out. And I'm like, oh, I'll just set it there and then I'll reorganize it later. And only just now did I realize I didn't. So it's just perched on the color cube. It's just hanging out. We're sort of Christmassy. I don't know. Hi, Kara. Okay, so we're going to start with aubergine and we're going to work left to right. And it's a small page, so I mean, maybe we'll get this done in like 2 streams. All right, so we're going to start with aubergine, but I had a moment last night. So for whatever reason, there was an event for little Emily on a Thursday night. Not a Friday night. Needless to say, we were home super late and we were all very tired and struggling to get up this morning. It's there. It's the new lurkey. It just sits there. Although that one, oh, there you go. One chat just catches up real quick. But these are young kids. And I was like an official chaperone for this event. And so I had like 5 or 6 girls all total that I was trying to keep track of. At one point, like, I don't want to say like where it was that we were, but it was outdoors. And it was across a larger area. And so my job was to keep track of all 6 of these girls. And at one point, they all started running because they wanted to get someplace fast. And I'm like, I'm out of shape. I'm almost 40. Like, can we just fast walk at least? Because if all 6 of them are running, they may have shorter legs, but they're fast. So it was so funny because it was pretty cold out last night. And I was hollering there. I'm like, hold up. Like, there's people everywhere. It was super crowded. So I needed to be able to have eyes on all of the girls all at once. And I was just like, hold up. I'm old. I can't keep up with you all. But they misheard me and thought that I said I'm cold. I had like 3 layers on. I had a hand warmer, a hat, gloves, whatever else. And they're like, what do you mean you're cold? You've got the most layers out of all of us. I'm like, no, I'm not cold. I'm old. Right, Michelle? Oh my gosh. Hi, Patty. How are you? Yeah, so that was interesting. Needless to say, I was very sore and tired by the time we got home. And I was just like, oh my God, I need to go to bed. Either that or I definitely need to start working out to keep up with these kids. Because I swear, I was just like, oh my gosh. Steve and little Steve were there too, but I was the official chaperone. And so Steve and little Steve kind of did their own thing and met up with us a couple times. But yeah, I was just like, I can't keep up. I'm so sorry. All right, so aubergine, and we're going to do the big one, aubergine. We're going to go through, before we wet everything, we're going to go ahead and go through and get all of our colors down. I'm not really blending them yet because when we add the water, that's what's going to blend them. Oh, it's 28 here. Oh my gosh. It was, I mean, you know, we're based in Texas, so I've definitely climatized to the heat. I want to say it was like 40 last night. It was outdoor too, and before last night happened, it had been raining for like a day and a half straight. So I was really concerned that, because it was going to happen, rain or shine, but 40 degrees and raining and chasing around tiny people, I was just like, oh my gosh. Thankfully, the rain decided to subside. It was sprinkling a little bit when we parked, and I was just like, oh no. I had gotten some little, you know, emergency plastic ponchos to throw on if we needed to. But thankfully, the sky held out, and the kids had a lot of fun, and we were all very exhausted, and we all had a bit of a hard time getting up this morning. It was definitely past our bedtime by the time we got back. All right, so that was the aubergine. So let's go ahead and grab the salmon now. You know, I'm tempted to, well, no, I guess we can see it all. I was tempted to shift the camera over, but I think we're okay. We're in focus here. Here we go. Okay, so let's go ahead and do salmon for this one. We're definitely going to do something for the background. I haven't decided yet, though. I'm thinking like browns, maybe, but we'll see. I did get most of all of the Christmas shopping done this last week. I'm kind of the kind of person, like, when I go out and do it, unless I'm having a hard time finding something, I really wanted to just get it all done so that I didn't have to think about it. So shopping for the kids is all done. And then I have a little bit more to do. I have some family that's coming to visit, and so I need to go do some shopping for that. We're going to do it this weekend, and then we're also going to do family pictures this weekend. Let's see. So we're going to do salmon there. We'll do... We could do another aubergine for this one. Let's do salmon here. And if the music's too loud, please let me know. Okay, so salmon there, and then we'll do this one salmon. Okay. And with the way that these Neocolors are, they're going to cover up the lines just a little bit too, especially if we're using white at all. Okay, so salmon there. Let's do the other one, aubergine. Yeah, let's do aubergine here. I'm trying to kind of like stagger the colors. Okay, aubergine. And then, oh, you can't hear it at all? Okay. Oh, sounds good, Jeanette. Hopefully your appointment went well. Well, then I will turn it up. You guys let me know. Like, I go based off like a little bar that I see. Oh, earpods in. Okay. Well, I turned it up a little bit. Hopefully you can hear it because it's meant to be like subtle. So, okay. Let's see. So we got aubergine there. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's do conch pearl is such a light color, but I think we're going to roll with it. We're going to roll with it. It's subtle. Okay, perfect. That is just fine. All right. So conch pearl is going to be this one. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Because the reds, I don't even know that we'll use the crimson alizarin, but all of the other colors are going to be for like the stems and the leaves and everything. Okay. And then we'll have this big one here. Although I'm wondering, should I do just one single random crimson alizarin one there? Hi, Margot, welcome. But I have been enjoying this book. It's nice. I am excited for Inklings to come out as well. Yeah, we're gonna like. Hi, Jay, welcome. We're gonna go a little crazy here, and we're gonna do one single red one, if nothing more than to generate comments when I post it and be like, why is there only one? Because I want chaos. East Coast of Canada just had our first snowfall. It's been in the teens Celsius. 60. Haven't dug out the winter coat yet. I did mine last night because I knew where we were going. It was going to be cold. You guys, I've had this coat. I've had this winter coat. All right, we're grabbing light peony yellow. I've had this coat for a very long time. It's definitely snug. Just in my regular relaxed stance, I was not able to zip it up. So I'm sure people saw me struggling with my coat, you know, where you're just like, you suck it in real tight and you're just like, please, please close, please close, please close. Oh dear. But I also have had that coat for like 15 years and I am definitely not the size I was 15 years ago. All right. So we're just doing this light peony yellow. But I'm in denial, and it's a Columbia jacket, and I don't want to get a new one. Right, Josephine? It's good stuff. So if the purple doesn't blend as well as I want it to with the yellow, we will layer on top as well. You know what I didn't bother getting out? Because I don't actually know where it is at the moment. My heat gun. That would have been handy for me to grab beforehand. I tried looking for it the other day, but I couldn't find it. So we're going to make it work. I do have a little fan here that maybe we can make it work if we need to, but we're going to roll with it. So we're doing this one. It's not going to be this bright a yellow in the end because we're blending it in. We'll layer some other colors, obviously our shadows and everything. But what is everybody else coloring? Are you guys doing Christmas coloring pages or you just working on some other kind of crafty? I've been crocheting a lot of hats. Okay, so I have paintbrush that's flying across the screen. No worries. The paintbrushes that I have on hand today. So I have discovered that this is a Princeton, but I have discovered that I really like the Da Vinci Cosmetop brushes. I haven't really, they are online, but where I've been getting, Johanna Christmas, nice. Whenever I treat myself, like if I have to go to Austin for a doctor's appointment, sometimes I will treat myself to Jerry's Autorama, because there's one out there, and that's where I've gotten these red ones, but they are the Da Vinci Cosmetop. I know they are on some places online. And then I really like the Winsor Newton Cotman brushes, which are these. Oh, fun, Durbin. Color Shirts, I use watercolors, too afraid. I need to see how it's gonna look. No, that's fair. Was working on a night page. Game of Thrones coloring book, nice. So we are going to be using for our initial like wedding, and actually probably for the most part for this page. Of course, I don't know, we could probably use a little bit larger one. Yeah, so let's switch back and forth between, we have the number 3 round, and this one is a 0 round. Now, there's different lengths. Let's see, that's a 3-0. I forget what they are, but you can have the same size, but different lengths. But that's this one, I really like it. It has held up the best out of a lot of my small paintbrushes, because a lot of times, I don't know if you can see, let's see if we can get it in focus. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. Hang on, hang on. It needs something to look at. There we go. Okay, so this one's pretty fine tip. You can see it's just slightly frayed on the end, and that's just because I've used the heck out of this paintbrush. But this one is held up like the best, so it's my favorite right now. Let's see, Johanna's Christmas and a double page one of, oh, nice. Dude, I have not been able to tackle double pages lately. Like I can't, I don't have the attention span for them anymore. Oh, time to nerd out. Hang on. Let me pull it up real quick. We got time. We're good. Let's see. Amazingly, like, I don't have anything going on aside from, like, normal stuff. Hi, Wilcox. How are you? All right. Hang on. Discord is loading, because now I'm curious. And knowing Marcy, I'm going to guess that it is about Doctor Who. Come on. Okay. Let's see. Hang on. Oh, time to nerd out. Okay. Oh! Oh, Marcy, I totally missed that. I haven't. I will check it. I will check it today. Ooh, fun. Yeah, I'll check it today. Oh, thank you. Yeah, happy to have you, Wilcox. Yeah, sorry. Totally missed that. No, I'll swing by there and check it today on the way to go pick up the kids. Thank you. I will message you as soon as I get it. Christmas Coloring Heaven books. Oh, nice. Okay, so my paper's pretty wet. I'm gonna be dabbing it. Here, we'll put this so you guys can see how frequently I'm dabbing it. So I'm wanting to blend that yellow into the salmon, and we'll do the same with the other colors. Okay. I don't want to add too much water, especially since I don't have my heat gun. I should have thought about that last night when I honestly was sitting here flipping through the book for a while, trying to decide what the heck I even wanted to do. I don't know, after the art festival, I was kind of burnt out on painting, and so I didn't pick up a brush for a little while. I needed some time to recuperate from it. Yeah, I've been slowly eyeballing my brushes a little bit more. Well, you know, Suzanne, she didn't do a full Christmas page, but she did like a winter palette on a page, which I thought was really cute. She did like a bunch of like little snow like on the like frost on the leaves. See, I'm coloring the new Johanna Masrick. I'm also being a good sister. She is cute gingerbread men to diamond paint. Oh, I love that. And welcome. I keep thinking I have diamond paintings that haven't ever gotten around to finishing, mostly because like I have too many projects going on at once, and poor little diamond paintings just go to the side. But eventually I do want to finish it. I have a really pretty Scott Howden one that I want to finish at some point. Oh, of the Ergo Softs? Nice. Oh, yay. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, because I saw them. Somebody was asking about them, and I was just like, oh, I don't see them. And so I didn't I didn't want to overreact like I did the last time and panic. So maybe they just needed to manufacture more. I slightly went out of the lines when I added the color with the crayon. It's a crayon, right? Okay. I'm trying not to oversaturate the paper. It can handle water medium because I did water medium on the Fox. Got pushed to January 2nd. Yeah, like, again, I really want the pencils. I do. And I don't know, maybe I'll just order them directly from Derwent at some point. But they're not, I checked the other day, and they're not even on the Derwent US website, are they? I don't know. I canceled my my Blick order because, like, I was keeping it where it was because I was like, oh, this is a really good deal. I'd gotten them for $135 because I had used the coupon. And then they were priced at $132 on the website, and they wouldn't do a price adjustment. I know it was only a couple bucks, but it was the principle of the thing. So I was just like, you know what? I'll just cancel it and go back to it. They weren't coming to that website. Ugh. See if you can find a deal other way. I know, honestly, it seems like the most reliable place that has been to get it is Cult Pens. But for those of us that don't live across the pond, Cult Pens is a little bit more expensive than it needed to be. I just wish they were more readily available. We all got so excited, and then it was kind of a letdown because we weren't able to get them. So, I don't know. Because they got so many calls, really? So many cancellations. Well, yeah. Like, how can they think that that was a good business practice to say that they can't price match their own website? Like, it's one thing, those of us that, you know, have something we really want, we won't mind waiting. But it was the principle of the thing. Did you really, Tina? Tina, when did you order yours? Like on the day they released? Because I did order mine early, but yeah, Will Cox, I saw that. Well, either way, I just feel like it was handled poorly, and with how long it was taking to get here, it was bleeding into Christmas, and I was just like, you know what, at this point, I'll just wait, maybe try again on my birthday, and I'd rather spend the $135 on the kits for Christmas, you know? I was just like, they'll arrive someday. It's not like I don't have enough pencils to keep me busy. Still won't be here till January, you know. So just so you know, these aren't like the finished way the peonies are going to be. We're going to be adding a little bit of the light wine color because we're going to be adding some shadows and whatnot. But this is kind of just like our base color. But doing all of the flowers, it will give the paper time to dry a bit. And this thing I'm using here, this was just something I cut up from an old towel. Like I didn't even hem the sides or anything. I just cut it up from old towel because it seemed like a good use. The only downside to using the old towel is that I occasionally get fuzzies. Like a microfiber towel would be good for that. I don't know about you guys though. I cannot stand the feel of microfiber when I hold it. Yeah, I really feel like it. We can use Lindsay's discount code. Did you get charged the $135 or did they price adjust for you? Because, yeah, that was me exactly. Like, when I called Blick, I was literally the second person to order. And when I spoke to the woman, I think she gave me an arrival date of when you got yours. But at that point, I was just so perturbed that they wouldn't even price match. I was just like, why am I keeping this order if it's not even a good price anymore? I don't know. It was just fairly huge turnoff. Again, I want the pencils. I do. They just are really hard to get. Sounds good, Josephine. Thanks for being here. Ooh, have fun. I always feel Like, look, Mom, I'm on TV when I'm on the big TV. And then I realized that whenever I'm on someone's TV, they can see a lot closer. And I'm like, gosh, I probably should have put some lotion on my cuticles. Okay, we almost got our base color down. Anything that's dark is going to drag through your yellow a lot more. So I find that I rinse my brush more frequently. Okay. All right, so now let's go ahead. Are these not fully, that one's kind of dry. They're not fully dry yet, so I'm actually just gonna hold the crayon and apply it from the, yeah, because it doesn't quite feel dry. Again, if I knew where my heat gun was right now, I would use that, but I will have to find it for next time. All right, so now I'm gonna grab the 0. The Derwent drawing pencils, the big sets. Hi, Eduardo. I unfortunately don't, well, I don't know what algum is, but I don't speak Portuguese. I'm sorry. If someone comments on Portuguese, in Portuguese, like on the videos, or really any language, I use Google Translate and I try to respond in their language. But hi, Angela, how are you? Angela, oh my gosh, these pictures were gorgeous. $1.56 a pencil, didn't care, love them. Oh, they are probably just absolutely fabulous. Okay, so we are doing the light wine less. So I will get them eventually. I will. That's definitely the plan. But for now, I'll just be patient. And just ooh and ah over all the videos that I'll see with people with them. We can probably zoom in a little bit now. Yeah, it looked absolutely brilliant. Okay. So we're just getting this. We'll definitely add a little bit more aubergine too when we're done. I was thinking last night, it's getting to be a very Christmassy around here, so I need to bust out with some Christmas cookies soon. I was thinking about doing gingerbread. I love gingerbread cookies. Got my first 12, did open stock of the drawing pencils, absolutely in love. Oh, that's amazing. I love it. Did you order the open stock from somewhere, or did you go like in person somewhere? I am always so jealous of those that like have a Blix like in town. Like I said, we have the Jerry's, but it's a smaller Jerry's, so it doesn't have a super wide selection. However, I was able to get some open stock super colors. Got to try them out. Oh, nice, Angela. I know I was showing earlier. I have my very much perched tree. Look at the chat. It's just. I was getting the Christmas decorations because downstairs is all decorated. And I just brought this up with the intention of plugging it in, and then I forgot about it. So it's just sitting there. It's not even in a good spot. Been waffling, getting from local independent art stores versus art. Oh, art care guide. That's right. Only work if I sent it to English relatives to be picked up in July when on vacation. Ah, that'll do it. That'll do it. Well, we have a slightly smaller tree that like I decorate with like ornaments that I've made and I put in the office. But I just didn't have the energy for it this year. I'm like, nah, we'll just load the Christmas tree downstairs with all the decorations. This isn't showing that much on there. I'm almost wondering if I should use some aubergine as the shadow to kind of tie it in. Let's see, let's go ahead. We could use a little bit of red for this one. Let's grab the crimson alizarin. Oh, actually, hold up. I need to stop jumping around. We're going to finish doing this on the aubergine ones, and then we'll move to the other colors. In person, they price matched to $1.84. Online price plus shipping. It was so worth it. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. See, I feel like that would be so good if we had one in person. Not even just like a Blick, but like a larger Jerry's or a Jackson's Art Supply. I will say my Jerry's had a very good selection of paints, which was really nice. And then of course I got these paintbrushes as well. So for those of you that have wonderful wildflowers, have you had a favorite page, or do you have a page you're working on right now? I know that this one wasn't quite everyone's favorite, but I've been enjoying it. Are there a few less pictures that kind of pop out and like I'm feeling, because like when I flip through a book and I'm trying to figure out what I want to do, if I can visualize what I want the page to look like, then I feel inspired to do it. So I've definitely had a few more that I've struggled to kind of visualize. Like I want to do the bear, but I'm kind of struggling with it. I'm having a hard time like imagining it. Oh, turtle doves. I love that. Hi, Renee. How are you? But yeah, we've definitely kicked off the Christmas season here. Got the tree up, starting to do all the, you know, the Christmas concert and performances and all the things. I'm not awake yet. You know what? It's fine. I've been posting those pictures of my past images that I've done, just kind of, you know, reviewing. I think what I want to do next, oh my gosh, I'm not in frame. I think what I want to do next is do a post comparing like portraits and how I've gotten better at them over the years, like how I, you know, where I started out and everything. The fox first after how you start your project page. Oh, awesome. Struggle with animals. Yeah, no, Patty, I'm the same. Fur. I've gotten better at it, but it still intimidates the heck out of me. Like, yeah, fur is something, I mean, I suppose it's like hair, but hair's a lot longer. What was I saying before that? I lost my train of thought. Oh, well, it'll come to me at some point. Okay, so that is, oh, we got one more aubergine. I thought that was the last one. Nice, nice. Yeah, I've been doing no buy November and whatnot. I have been basically when I see things that I want, but I know I shouldn't get right now, I just pop them on a wish list and stare at them and think, yeah, someday. Fur is just little ticks. That's true. That's true. All right. There we go. All right. So that is the light wine. I can imagine, yeah, because it almost layers kind of like gouache does. Like it's a little opaque and I like that. Okay, so, oh, I didn't blend that all the way. Hang on. There we go. All right, so then we're going to do the Crimson Alizarin on the ones where we did salmon. Ooh, I don't know if you guys saw, but Black Canary is doing gouache. She started doing gouache, did some videos of it. Her stuff turned out amazing. Love it so much. Okay. That's not quite enough. Not quite enough wet. You could also like scribble these on like a rough palette, but I don't want to waste them any more than necessary. Let's see, am I getting any color now? No, I'm having a hard time getting past. There's like that protective coating on the outside, so I'm just scraping it away a bit. Right? Oh, Patty, same. She got me brave enough to start doing portraits, and I learned a ton from her. So I don't have the Ohuhu pencils, but I do have what, 132 set of markers, I think. So yeah, I've definitely done the markers. I like them a lot. Well, the alcohol markers. Do they have acrylic markers? I'm not sure. Oh, did he really, Angela? I love that. I didn't see it. I didn't see it. Kind of like hair, but not. Horses are actually easy start for hair because their coat is smooth. So smooth. Oh, I didn't think about that. Yeah, with like cats and dogs, like I feel like I need to plan ahead and layer my colors because they've got, you know, like a little bit of undercoat. Okay. Shannon. What, just general coldness or is your heat out? Oh my gosh, ours went out briefly last week, but thankfully they fixed it really quickly. I feel like my paper is starting to break down a little bit, so I need to be careful how much I'm saturating it. Steve, for Christmas last year, he got me a like foot massager warmer thing. So my feet have been living in that ever since the temperature dropped. But it's supposed to be like 70 degrees tomorrow, you guys. It's going from like 40 to 70, and it's like, okay, Texas. Clearly, we're feeling a touch weather emotional, but if you could figure out what you're gonna do, that would be great. Of course, the kids are hoping for snow. And I want them to have snow. Like, it's either nothing or snowpocalypse. Like, Texas doesn't do anywhere in between. I think East Texas is going to get some snow. Or is it East Texas? The Panhandle, I think is where it's going to. Right, seriously. Not a funny story. I think the heat is going out in Brian's Bronco. Oh, no, Shannon. Oh. 20s today, will be in the 40s tomorrow. Yeah, it's just going to suddenly warm up. Let me see. I'm looking at my weather app here. So it is currently, it's currently 49, and tomorrow it is set to be, 71. That's awesome. Actually, 71 is really nice, but I just want it to be winter. Is it too much to ask? Morning was in the single digits. Oh my gosh. Gas is out for a day. Darn cold mixes. Called them from work slowly when turning my heat back on. Right? Sounds good, Elise. Thanks for being here. 31. Oh goodness. I just want a little bit of snow. Just a skosh. But I usually wait till it's closer to Christmas to wrap. But the kids are older, and I am forgetful sometimes to close my closet. And so they'll see stuff. So I think I need to wrap early so that even if I mistakenly leave the closet open, because, you know, my brain, nothing gets spoiled. If you have any tiny children that are listening, I'll speak in code here. But we are aware of who actually delivers gifts. So this is our full year, or our first year of doing that. So it feels like it's changed a little bit. Like they know they can ask us directly for things that they've been interested in. But we're also at the point where we've kind of aged out of, I just want toys for Christmas. So I had a surprisingly difficult time. Well, of course. Right? It happens to me sometimes. Can I have my winter weather? Okay, sweet. Thanks, butterflies. But I actually went around to like 3 different stores the other day and was really struggling to find things that would work. So I did find some stuff, and then everything else I had gotten online. But still, I was like, wow, this is the first year that because I find myself second guessing things that I think little Emily will like, because we're kind of like in a transition from liking kid stuff, but also not wanting to be uncool. So I find myself second guessing more often than not, especially if she's not here to like let me know if she likes something. So I think I was probably a little overly cautious, but I'm trying to be, you know, cognizant of what she likes and not necessarily what, you know, I think she'll like. Okay, so that was with the light wine. This one is our lightest one, where we use the conch pearl on the tip. So let's actually use the burnt sienna. Right, Shannon? Exactly. Oh, yeah, definitely butterflies. If you're like, you don't want Transformers, right? The way I've been, my hand's warm, so the Neocolor was rubbing off on the way I was holding it. Right, Renee? Oh my gosh. I only ever listen back to mine. So thank you all for being here and tolerating my voice. I only listen back on mine if I need to like get a clip or check the audio or whatever else. I'm sorry. Because I knew it was going to be cold where we were at last night, I went to Walmart and splurged on like $9 rechargeable hand warmers. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad I had them last night. My hands are always so cold. So cold. And so it was very nice last night. Orange Julius and pretzels. Do walk around, get ideas. We don't, well, I guess we do. We have an outlet mall near here, but we don't have what used to be the big mall. But I tend to update their Amazon wish lists because the grandparents have access to those. And this is usually about the time that they'd be like, hey, so what do the kids want for Christmas? So I tend to keep it updated. So the other day I had them text me what they wanted, and I kind of went off that and stuff that I was already sure. But the older they get, the more expensive their gifts get because they want more expensive things. And I hate the idea because, you know, we do have a budget. I'm not going to spend, you know, like $1,500 on Christmas. No, that's crazy. The goal this year was like $350. And that's for like stockings and gifts and everything else. So when the budget is that and they want like bigger ticket items like video games or whatever else. You know what's funny, Jeanette? Little Steve and little Emily, we have Legos, but they more like the idea of Legos and they rarely use them. I've got one of the rare children that are kind of about Legos. But I didn't want to like just get, you know, like one or two really expensive items and then have Christmas be over like super quick, you know? So I'd rather like save those real big items for holidays like the birthday when they only get one or two gifts from us so that, you know, they have extended excitement on Christmas. So I was trying to like find a balance. Let's see. Exactly. It's going to give me Winnie the Pooh wall stickers to, oh, I love that. Right? It makes it an adventure to find stuff. Exactly. Well, just everything is so expensive right now. There was something I was looking at. Okay. I was filling the kids' advent calendar and I try not to put too much candy in them because we're just off the cusp of, you know, like Halloween and they still have a ton of that candy. So I tend to put like little trinkets in their advent calendars instead. So I have like these mini puzzles and I put like each drawer got a single mini puzzle. It's like a puzzle of a dog or whatever else. I painted some little cubes to look like Minecraft blocks and turned those into ornaments. What else did I put in there? Stickers, some washi tape. Little Steve can't have food dye. And so on the last day, I finally found some dye-free, like allergy safe, hard candies, like Skittles, but they're called Giggles. It's hilarious. Anyway, he hasn't had those in ages. So that's like at the end, but, you know, so there's some chocolate in there and everything, but yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's just a balance. You know, chat, hang on. I am getting a call from Steve real quick, which means it's probably important. Give me a second. Okay, back down. All right, wasn't anything tragic, just arranging stuff. Okay, where were we? We were using this one and this one. I have no idea what we were talking about a second ago. As for winter tires for your car, that'll do it. That'll do it. Well, you know, little Steve, there was a video game that he wanted. It's a Switch game, but the Switch prices on these games have gone up so much. And it's like, it's at the point where it's like, you're not even buying the cartridge anymore. Like, it only sells the digital game. And it's like, how on earth can you justify $80 for a game and you don't even have the cartridge? Like, you're not paying for parts. Like, how is it so expensive? Sean Cassie poster now. Grocery gift card, right? Butterflies. I always say that. Like, forget Black Friday deals on TVs. I want Black Friday deals on like eggs, cereal. Can you imagine? Like, if everybody gets there at 6 a.m., all cereal is a nickel. Like, that would be nuts. Like, I don't know. I find Black Friday a bit of a joke these days. There just really aren't that good of deals. And even if you do find a good deal, you find that, you know, they've something that's regularly $6.99 for Black Friday. They mark it up to $12.99 and say, hey, Black Friday, 50% off. And it's like, come on. Right? Exactly. Because we've talked a lot about like, figuring out a way to get the kids one of the new Switch 2s, but oh my gosh, it's so complicated. I'm like, no, we're gonna just keep our regular Switches until they run out. We got those back in 2020 when we were all stuck inside, and they were wonderful, but I cannot bring myself to spend that kind of money again. Yeah, it just isn't Black Friday. Is the best for, yeah, I heard that you went. I don't even know that we have a JCPenney here. Honestly, when you said that you had gone, I was just like, hold up, those aren't closed yet? I know that the JCPenney where I lived when I was younger, they did close up shop, but Yankee Swap at Family Costco Christmas stuff tends to be the most popular for trading. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, we're doing a Secret Santa with, it's my sister and her family that's coming down for a few days. So we're doing a Secret Santa. The cousins haven't seen each other for quite a while, so I figured the Secret Santa would give them a chance to get to know them. So we're going to go shopping for that this weekend and then do family pictures and stuff. Nice, Shannon. $50 jeans for 15 bucks. What? What was the brand on them? $138 coat for 30 bucks. Dang, man. All right. Note to self, next year, find a JCPenney. Okay, so we're not done with this yet. I want to go in with a little bit more. How wet are these? We're going to pause doing the flowers. Keep in mind, these are not done yet, but I don't know where my heat gun is, and I don't want to blow a hole in the paper because I can feel that it's starting to oversaturate. So we're going to ignore the flowers for just a little bit, and we're going to work on the stalks and stems, give those a chance to dry. So for the stems, what do we got? I feel like russet is a little too bright. Here, let me pull this in here. Like a little too saturated for the stems. Oh, new coat. See, that's me. I was squeezing into my... what was it, Columbia jacket yesterday. I was able to zip it up, but hot dang, it felt like a corset. Let's start with burnt sienna for the stems, and we're going to use the Van Dyke Brown for shading. A lot of controversy because Nindo. Yes, that's the other thing. Yeah, that's the other thing, Durbin, is like, if they find that you like, and not that we've ever done anything that like alters it or whatever, but the fact that you can spend all of this money and they can shut it down on a whim, like, and it's the same thing with the games. Like, they can revoke any of that. It's like, I'm not going to invest that much money in something that can be taken away, you know, like digitally. Like, I would like to point out, like, our Switches, you know, the kids have dropped them a couple times or whatever, and they're definitely a little worse for wear. Let's see, is this the Sienna Brown? Burnt Sienna, yeah, that's what I'm gonna use. But because we have consoles from the 90s. We have got Super Nintendo, 64, like all of that. Oh wait, what am I doing? No, I want to color directly on the page. And those all work better than the Switches do now. Again, our kids have definitely put them through the ringer, but it's the fact that those older models have held up better in the last 40 years than any of the newer ones is kind of telling for me. Like, it's just like, okay. Yes, exactly, Durbin. Like, we briefly considered it when they were saying they were coming out for an update for Animal Crossing, and we're just like, ooh, that might kind of be worth it because we really enjoy Animal Crossing in this household. But still, I was so hesitant because there's so much around them. But then they announced that the update will come across regular Switches as well. So I was just like, okay, well, I definitely don't see a need to get that now. They really aren't, Angela. I mean, that's why they come out with new phones all the time, right? Let's see. Let's do here. Like, they're meant to only last like 5 years, and then you're forced to get a new one. My phone's been, oh, I totally went out. That's the only downside without having something that isn't like at a fine point. It's really easy to go out of the lines. I mean, because you're basically using a crayon. Yes, I have my 3DS as well. Yep, and I have games for it. Little Steve likes to play it. I've got Scribblenauts on there. Steve still has his Game Boy. I don't know if it's a Game Boy Advance or it's not a Game Boy Color. I know that. But he's still got his Game Boy, and he's got cartridges of like Pokemon games and everything. So little Steve gets so much use and enjoyment out of our vintage gaming things, and they still work great. In fact, my brother, so our video game consoles that my family had when we were young, they went to my brother, but he just doesn't use them at all, and he knows that we're a big gaming family, so he actually sent it. So we have Steve's Super Nintendo, and then we've got my family's Super Nintendo and 64, and Steve's 64 too. So we've got all the collections of games. So I mean, we got quite a few stuff that little Steve has fully played. Like, we don't have the new Super Smash or anything. Little Steve likes to play the Nintendo 64 Super Smash. Game Boy Colors in the house. When I sell them, my boys say they'll be, no, don't sell them. No. Yes, keep them. Keep them. Because even still, Steve has some video games that go for, like, they're pretty rare in the video game world. And so we've debated about selling those, but I don't know. I will say, speaking of gaming and kind of stuff in general, most of you, I'm sure, are at least aware of what Pokemon cards are. Do you really, Shannon? Oh, that's so cool. What games do you have for it? Well, Pokemon cards, for whatever reason, in the last couple years, like the whole Pokemon card collecting thing has been, like, it has just exploded. And consequently, you're dealing with a lot of like scalpers and stuff, so they'll like clear out the shelves, and then there's nothing there. Like, they're just really hard to find. So you end up needing to go to like specialty Pokemon gaming shops, and so consequently the packs will be like marked up. So we don't buy Pokemon cards too often, but I did know that I wanted to get some for the kids for Christmas. Been avoiding buying ebooks from Amazon because the terms change from buying to leasing. Really? Huh. I wonder if it's the same with Audible. Helping our eldest 42 build the right size shelf for each vintage game. Oh, I love that. Went garage sale and gave it to my mom for Christmas one day. She still has it from when we were kids. Still the Sega Genesis. Oh, that's so cool. So I was at Walmart because I was returning something, and when I was at the customer service desk, they had, like, you know, they've usually got like a little plastic thing on the top of the monitors, like advertising, like, oh, get a credit card or whatever. Well, one of the monitors, they had tucked in these Pokemon card packs that are kind of hard to find. Hi, Rainbow. That are kind of hard to find. And I was just like, hey, so what's this up here for? They're like, oh, well, we have them back here, which is good because, you know, then you know that people aren't like buying them up like crazy. Because I don't buy them for myself. I buy them from the kids, but they've just been so hard to find. There was a limit on how many I could purchase. It was limit 5. But here's the thing. Each of the packs was like $4.86. And if you know anything about Pokemon cards, that is really freaking cheap. This particular set of Pokemon cards, if I were to buy it at a game store or online or whatever, the price is at least double that. At least. But the average ones were like $12 or $14 for one pack. For one pack. And the ones they had at Walmart were just they weren't the marked up, you know, resale price. They were just the regular price, as they should be, for $4.86. Oh, from books to computers. Gotcha. $4.86. And I was just like, yes, please. So I got my 5. And I think we're going to go back and have Steve go in and get an additional 5 so the kids can have an awesome Pokemon card opening Christmas. But they aren't even listed. The particular cards I got, I looked on the Walmart website, and they aren't even listed as something that's in stock. So, I mean, they had a whole like cardboard box behind the customer service desk. And I told Steve, I was just like, So yeah, needless to say, I definitely yoinked the 5 because we got it for at least half the price we would have gotten it for at the game shop. And I was like, absolutely yes. And there's some pretty decent chase cards, which if you're unfamiliar with the term, basically every pack of Pokemon cards have cards that are rare and can be worth a lot of money. And I mean, there's a little bit of a gambling aspect to it, obviously, but the kids really enjoy opening them up. And so I was just like, absolutely. So I snagged a handful of those, and the plan is for Steve to go in and snag a couple, and then the kids can have just one big opening session on Christmas morning. So they should really enjoy that. In fact, Steve has been taking little Steve to card shows where essentially you go and there's people with booths and all the different cards you can buy, sell, trade, all that kind of stuff. And so he was able to finish one of his collections last month. So yes, chase because people are chasing to find them. Yes, exactly. But I was just kind of blown away at that price, and I'm like, yeah, absolutely. Okay, so now for the stems, we're gonna go in wrapping tray and his fans, gifts, and wrapping them all in one box. They take to each fun. There you go. Oh, I keep seeing this thing where it's like a 3D printed box with like a ton of screws that they say, hey, give this to your sibling, and it just makes them go through forever to. Do you belong to swap groups for the cards? I do not. No, is that like is that on Facebook or something? Okay, so we are using the Van Dyke Brown. Van Dyke Brown. Okay, raise a hands for those in chat that have read the book Quicksilver. It's a romantasy series, so fantasy romance. But I am curious if anybody here has read it. Bye, Angela. Have a good time on your walk. Are Wii games still popular? Like me because I didn't have to learn. Yeah, I don't know if they're popular. We have ours still, and our controllers. So I don't know if they're popular, but we do like them. And so we've got ours, a handful of controllers. Oh, artist trading cards this year and journaling cards. Gonna be fun this year too. Oh, fun. So are you, oh, that's what you mean by a swap. Oh, wow, that dried really fast. Look at that. That's not blending at all. Good to know for this color. There must be something about it that, but I gotta be careful because like I can already see that the paper is breaking down a bit. Oh, cool. I'll have to look into it. Yeah, I started painting some of those. Do I have any of them over here? I don't know where they're at. I started painting some of those. It was a lot of fun, but I haven't had time to get back to it. I keep saying I'm busy, but I am, but it's a good busy. Like, I definitely feel, yeah, dang, this one dries differently. I definitely feel fulfilled. I got plenty to keep me busy. Okay, let's see. Yeah, this is drying really fast and like soaking into the paper super fast. I wonder if it'll do the same thing if I shift that over. I do this. See how much I can spread it versus just putting it directly on there. Go. Okay. And you could sharpen this to a point, I'm sure. But I just hate the idea of potentially wasting it, you know? Welcome back, Patty. Became friends with one of Shannon's subs. Nice! It's always so wonderful when you find people in the community. that you haven't met before. I feel like we've had, like just listening to Shannon's streams, and Shannon, I don't know how you're able to keep up with everybody and you find like all these new people, because I feel like we've had a handful, well, maybe new to me. Like I've been hearing about a handful of new, like coloring streamers kind of coming on the scene now. And it's so cool to see the community kind of, you know, because a few years ago, I mean, we would have, we had Shell, we had Tammy, we had Tanya. Let's see who else. I don't know. There was a pretty big group of us that streamed pretty regular. And obviously, as life, you know, life's change, all that kind of stuff. I just felt like we were kind of in this lull. But now all of a sudden, I'm hearing like a few new names, and I actually love it. Oh, back from checking Quicksilver. Yeah, she just released the second book, Brimstone. And I've been curious if anybody else has read it that I can talk to about. But again, it's romantic fantasy, kind of like ACOTAR and all of that. I haven't finished it yet. I haven't finished it. There were a few things that happened in the book. Like, I don't know, because I'm so used to doing things at the same time as listening to them, I don't get like overly emotional about the books unless something catches me. But there was something that was happening in the book that like it gave me pause, and like I stopped doing what I was doing for a second to listen to, because there was like a character in peril, and I was just like, they better not off this character. Like I was just standing there for a second. I'm like, oh, I wanted to like jump ahead 30 seconds to see what happened. But I was like, they better not. They better not. All the coloring channels, most of the ones I watch now are now more review, haul, promotional, sponsored videos. Well, I'll be honest. If I ever get a company that's actually willing to pay me, you know, for a sponsorship or whatever, I'll be doing it. Because if I can make income off of this, that would be fabulous. So I'm not opposed to those. But for now, yeah, we just keep it here. Like, I don't even have the ad revenue on during streams. Good coloring books coming out to be on the lookout for. I mostly keep track of like the ones that I like. I know Johanna's obviously coming out with some, but Shannon's really good at keeping up on all the coloring books that are getting released. Have they not been happy with the like the end of the book? Because I'm not at the end yet. Or is it like stuff in the middle they're not happy with? There's definitely a few thoughts I've had while I've been listening to it. I'm like, hello, did they just forget about this other character? Like, yeah. I don't know. I was re-listening to Quicksilver just because I wanted to. If it's been so long since I've listened to a book that I can't exactly remember what goes on in it, then I'm like, okay, cool. That'll be fun to go back to. So I was just listening to it in general, and then I saw like a suggested post or whatever, and it was like, oh, it's about the next book coming out. I'm like, oh, that's cool. I looked it up. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's the book series I'm rereading right now. And the release had like literally just released. I'm like, well, I'd been sitting on a credit, couldn't decide what I wanted to do. I guess I'll do that one. They not like we equals me. Oh, okay. They're confused about omissions from what I understand. Ooh, interesting. Do stuff for members, yeah. Yeah, like YouTube always suggests, like YouTube and Facebook like always suggest like, oh, do a members only stream kind of thing. But I don't know, I like having you guys all here. So I make it very clear that in my memberships and subscriptions, like you get a cool badge. On YouTube, you get emotes, and then you get the monthly coloring page release. But I don't know, I never want to feel like anyone has to pay to be a part of the streams or whatever else. I just like having you all here. I'm forgetting someone. Yeah, well, like I said, I'm not at the end of the book yet, so I don't have quite a full opinion. Did you read it, Shannon? But yeah. I don't know. I've got like 2 hours left, I think, on the book. I've kind of just been binge listening to it. So we shall see. Right. Well, Sammy, she is, if I remember correctly, isn't she pregnant with her second now, which is so awesome. I know before she had her first, I know she spoke about it a lot about, wanting to have children, everything like that. And it was so exciting when she got pregnant and everything. But yeah, I think they're having their second, right? Well, and that's the thing too, is I know that I'm streaming less than I used to, but I can't foresee myself, unless like something drastic happens in my life, which just permits me from doing it. I don't see myself dropping the stream at all. Like, we're down to once a week, yes, but that was just kind of had to, with how busy the kids' schedules are. Like, if I were to do 3 times a week, I wouldn't have time for anything else. There you go, Shannon. That's fair. That's fair. But I don't plan to stop the once a week thing. It's nice kind of having a mix of content. And I am enjoying the single episodes and everything. And eventually we'll finish that. Sure, it's a go. Yeah, and I just, I like having you all here. But I mean, you guys have all been around so much, and just the fact that you guys keep coming back to the streams, like, honestly, it means the world to me, because it would be so lonely if I was here by myself. But you guys keep me coming back, and we get to hang out and chit chat and talk about all the things. Lozzie. I think I still technically have her as a moderator. I don't think I ever took her off. But I know, she's busy with work and everything. But no, gosh, I haven't spoken to her in ages. I should send her a message and see how she's doing. Several times with no response. Yeah. Well, I mean, I get it. People's lives get busy, or they, phase out of, maybe they're not into coloring anymore or whatever else. Because I've definitely had some people that like have messaged me, and it's just like they don't necessarily want to be at the lives or be involved because they don't have the energy or the time to color, and it makes them feel sad in a way that they can't be as involved, and so it's easier to kind of just hang in the background rather than wistfully, see everybody else coloring and wish that you could do it also. All paid access only? Oh gosh, yeah, no. Now, if anything else, because I've thought about, what else to see. I grabbed do I want to do this one though? You know what, let's go ahead and wet these leaves. We might add a little bit of aubergine to, actually no, yeah, let's add a little bit of aubergine to them. Oh, I'm glad, Jeanette. Because she's saying it's just, oh, fun. Oh, absolutely. I would not be here without all of you guys being here. Absolutely. All right, we're going to do some aubergine on some of these. Because I don't have my heat gun. I'm trying to not wet it too much. I need to see if I can find it. I just reorganized and cleaned the office, so I'm wondering if I took it out of the office for a project, and maybe it's in a box somewhere else for whatever reason. That's part of the reason why I think I tried streaming on Instagram once, and Facebook wants me to go live on there, but I have, as comfortable as I am with you guys, when I'm on any other platform, I feel awkward and out of place, because although some of you are there's so many new faces. I don't know, I just feel like YouTube is home. Streamlabs, which is the service that I stream through, keeps saying oh, hey, you should dual stream, and I'm just like, well, what if I don't want to dual stream? Yeah, and that's the thing. I never want people to feel excluded or anything. So if I ever offer anything more to entice Because don't get me wrong, I would love to turn, I mean, and I kind of have treated this whole thing as sort of a full-time profession, you know, because I make a lot of short form content on the side and everything. It would be amazing if I got to the point where I was bringing in a legit income from all this. So if anything else, if I were to ever offer any more incentives, it would be for, I guess, product. Like I would put more pages out or you know, more sales or whatever, you know? Like it would be putting more stuff out that way. And especially with the way Facebook has been going, I've been trying to put a lot of energy into creating content for that because that's kind of taken off. And because it's monetized over there, it's just more incentive for me to create more stuff over there. Yeah, it would be Facebook and YouTube at the same time. So for Streamlabs, you can set it up so it'll stream over on Facebook. So it would be just like here, but I would have 2 chats to keep track of. But I just don't know if that would make me feel like out of my element, you know? Yeah, early access to stuff, exactly. Okay, so we're going to use the Cosmetop 01. Yeah, extra, not in place of, exactly. I have debated about moving my shop over to my website, but I feel like I would lose fairly significant traffic if I did that, because a lot of people just go straight to Etsy, but it's so hard to compete with AI over there. Like you search up adult coloring pages on Etsy and you get AI. You don't get like a lot of artists. Do my coloring book. Exactly. Someday. The proposals that I sent out did not come back positively. Mostly, you know, like they've got enough artists and whatnot at the moment. So we're gonna go back to the drawing board a little bit. It's fine. Honestly, at this point, I'm putting so much focus into creating social media content that I'm kind of thinking that I wondered when you were gonna come. Hi, do you want me to move these so you can go sit by the window? Hello, now this is wet, so I can't have you walking on it. There we go. Oh, are we laying down? You cannot drink that water, sir. Okay. Natasha Newton, she does tutorials for members, or she still does a lot of posts for non-members. Natasha Newton, is she a colorist? Hang on. He's like, I'm just gonna scooch in here. I'm just gonna scooch in here real quick. Grab some paper. Like I'm just gonna sit right here. You ever see those clips where it's like an animal is like getting really close? It's like, I've come to tell you about our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Peasant, I will do what I want. Not need your permission. Exactly. I'm a cat. No, that's exactly it. I'm just a cat who likes to have fun. Okay, what was the name again? I want to look it up. Natasha Newton. Hi, Kathy. Sounds good. Thanks for hanging out. Well, we still have space, so I think I can still do this. I'll give you some pets. Okay, is that what you wanted? Okay, we got some pets. You're gonna get cat hair everywhere. Oh, fun. So is it coloring? Yeah, I wrote it down. I'll check it out. Yeah, I feel like we've just gotten this new slew of streamers, and I'm kind of loving it. Are you gonna rub your face? Can you see? He's just rubbing his face on it. There you go. We got some whiskers. You just scenting my camera here? Right, it is. It's totally his job. Okay, can I zoom back in? We good? Okay, I think we're good. Let's turn this down. There we go. Thankfully, I can adjust the lighting enough so we can still make this work. Hit his face there a second ago. Yeah, I wondered, because I am the only one up here, and I knew he was going to hear me talking to someone eventually. He's like, ah, yes, my audience, they have come. Since we have such a limited palette, it's going to be interesting trying to get the contrast on these leaves, but we shall see. Dude, you're blocking the light. Like, yeah, no, it's mine now. But I feel like this is good. We've got like, because we're definitely not doing the background today, but we've gotten really far on just this by itself. Right? Exactly. Oh, watercolor artist. Ooh. Wind down at the end of the day. Ooh, cool. Yeah, I'll definitely check her out. I love watching other people paint. You learn so much from them. We had a bunch of starlings land in our backyard the other day, and all 3 of the cats were on the cat tower in front of the window, and they were doing their little chatter, which is something for Isis because she is old and she does not usually care. I don't think she's got the greatest eyesight. So when she sees something that's big enough like that, she's just like, oh man. Rather hilarious. His tail's twitching a little bit. He must see something out there. I don't know if the dogs are in the neighbor's dogs are in the backyard or not. What are you looking at? Trying to make sure he doesn't lay on it. He's settling down. Thanks, Ronnie. Watery coloring. Yes, we're doing the Neocolor IIs. Neocolor IIs today. As long as you don't cover it, like, we're good, dude. We're good. You know what I kind of miss? And I say kinda, because I don't entirely know if my introverted side would enjoy answering the door. But I miss the Christmassy nature of carolers. I remember the church I grew up in, we used to go caroling. But I don't think anybody really does that anymore, right? How fun would it be if, like, you and your family went around your neighborhood and started caroling, and then people like just came out and joined you, you know, like a flash mob. Yeah, that's a good point. The thing that we went to last night, it was an outdoor event in a public space, and there you had to go through security when you got in there. And like there was a part of me that was like, oh, this is really irritating. But on the other hand, it was nice to have peace of mind that there was a much higher chance that we were going to be safe, you know? Oh, they got a nursing homes. That's nice. Right, Sue? Exactly. Stop buying stuff to download. Our printer has thrown a wobbly. Oh, no. Yeah. Do you have like a local library that you could print things out at? I still kind of want to, like, it's in the back of my head to get a spiral thing and like make like 10 or so like of my own coloring books for those that, because I know there are some that can't print or don't necessarily like to print out, you know, not like a massive manufacturing slew of them, but put together my own books, you know? Shit. Yeah, that's an option. That's an option for sure. Oh, he's getting more comfortable. He hasn't covered up the leaves that we're currently working on, so he definitely made himself comfy though. We have our corner of the page. So, you know, we got that going for us. Oh, pre-orders, yeah. And just be like, I have 20 pre-orders. That is the max I will be doing. Like if they sell out really fast, then of course, you know, like I'll do more. But it's so hard to gauge what the actual interest would be, especially just, you know, not a lot of people have excess income on those and whatnot, you know? Cost for ink balances out the cost for staples. No, that's fair. Yeah, because ink is very expensive. And that could even be something that I would do. My thing is, like, I would want to bring in my own paper. Like, I think that if I were to print it off, if I was doing such a limited run and doing my own, I would want to do it on, like, the Nina paper, right? Sorry. Oh, nice, dude. You're covering it up more and more. You've left us with very little leaves. I mean, we can still do this one. Of course, I don't know if he'll like feel the brush barely touching his fur and like start twitching. Here, we'll zoom out. You guys can see if he twitches. You're just doing your own thing, aren't you? Touching a few. There he is. He's like, damn it. Cheap printer, now I want to accept my tan tone. Oh no! I got lucky, and a few years back, Canon sent me a printer. But the reason that I would consider taking it somewhere to go get printed is because they can do the laser printing there, which holds up to water medium. Right now with my inkjet printer, the ink runs. Steaking my own Bristol Vellum, 60 cent, nice. When I print off inkjet, the ink runs, and so that makes it. Oh, are we going? Just in time, because we're finishing this part up. Okay, see you later. Thanks for hanging out. Okay, he's gone, folks. We got our page back. Just in time. I was just almost done adding that. We have gotten really far today. I mean, it's only 11:30. I swear, things go faster when you do paint. They really do. Okay. Like, we're definitely not done with this yet. This is kind of like the base colors for everything. And it took everything, yeah. Does your new one have a back feeder? That's what I have to put my my Nita paper in. Yep, pretty much. He's doing his own thing. Okay, so the flowers are dry. These leaves are not done. He really is, and he's so soft. I wish you guys could pet him. Like, he's the closest thing to a chinchilla soft that, I've ever had. Okay, so while we let the leaves dry, and again, I will find my heat gun for next stream, because obviously we're going to be doing the background and moving on and everything. But we're going to switch up, and we are going to go up to the flowers now, and we're going to go back in with our aubergine, because I wanted to put it directly on the paper, because I want it to be a little bit darker now. Ooh, here's a question for you. Do you have a favorite go-to Christmas movie that you watch every year? Mine's silly, but it's a family circus Christmas. Okay. Purple. White Christmas. Yes. Christmas Chronicles 1 and 2. Love it. Husky like Paul. Sets her like a plush. Yes, like a plushie. Exactly. The Grinch. There you go. Da da dun 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 da da dun 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 dun. Die Hard, love it. Home Alone, Die Hard, the old animated Grinch Stole Christmas, the old classic cartoons, yes. So like I said, this paper was starting to break down just a little bit, so I'm trying to go very sparingly on the water. But I'm also trying to go kind of darker so we can keep the contrast for the things. We still have like the inside of these to do. And honestly, they're probably going to be the Van Dyke Brown, nice and dark. If I was doing purple, I would probably, or if I was doing greens, I would probably do like a darker green on the inside maybe. But we are sticking to a limited, almost stuck the paintbrush in upside down, a limited color palette for this one. So we're going to try and stay consistent with that. Hard enough keeping up with all the Hallmark, right? Okay. I feel like I need to go through and watch all of the Doctor Who Christmas specials. Oh, Love Actually, love it. There we go. Okay. You know what I think, honestly? I feel like we could get this done maybe like within 2 streams. Given how fast we're going. I mean, because let's be honest, normally I've got like a couple flowers colored by then. Or, you know, by now, by the end of stream. But I feel like this one's going really fast. Okay. And then I'm going to need to decide what color to do the background. I think I'll have to figure out that once we get all of these finished. I did, Patty. I did. Yes. So Disney Plus, Disney has stepped back from Doctor Who. They aren't going to be doing it anymore. So I think it's going back to what it was before. I haven't heard anything about if they're going to continue with the Billie Piper rendition of the Doctor or whatever. I don't know who the Doctor's going to be, like what direction. But the fact that Doctor Who is not dead, that makes me happy. So I'm going to roll with it. Okay, then our secondary color was salmon. So we're going to do that one. Something about a simple color palette too. I feel like it just makes it just easier for color choices. Like if you're ever getting color choice fatigue, do yourself a favor and just go for a limited color palette. Kind of helps reset you. Same. So show yours that Santa Claus is coming to do. Love it. Funny favorite Christmas movie. Haven't actually seen it in years, but I still think of it very fondly. Jingle All the Way. It's because of that movie that I absolutely always remember who all the reindeer are. Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donner, Blitzen. Very classic of Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sinbad. Drummer Boy. Watch all the old Christmas shows. Can't see movies because they're only about 30 minutes. Frosty, Rudolph. Yeah, but they work though. They work. All right, so then we're going to get salmon here and here. Okay. But yeah, so my sister and her family are coming, so we're doing Secret Santa. We're going to go see Christmas lights, and I believe we're also going to be doing some ice skating, so that should be fun. All right, Conch Pearl, Frosty, Rudolph, Charlie Brown. Well, yeah, classic. All right, let's see. Conch Pearl. I'm just excited for the kids to go on their Christmas break. I know they are very much looking forward to it. No homework, no school, no chaos. Well, I mean, there'll still be a certain level of chaos, but you know. No school chaos. You know, I don't even think I'm going to add water to those right now. Thank you, Dee. Okay, so, yeah, we will, but let's add a little bit more of our aubergine. Just a little bit. Because I don't want it to lose its contrast. And you could always like drag some of that down from those lines a little bit. Okay. Let's just get a little bit there. Kind of blend it all in. Again, I am just really watching how much water. Oh, thanks. Yes, Miracle on 34th Street. Which Miracle on 34th Street, Ronnie? The original one or the one with, you know, little girl from Matilda. Gosh, why can't I think of her name? The male love interest in that one. Oh my gosh, I had the biggest crush on him when I was in high school. I thought he was so handsome. Now, the most unrealistic thing I can think about that movie is like, how on earth? Like, he's a lawyer, so I get it. But she's like in charge, like she's a head of a department at Macy's. How on earth did she afford an apartment? Like, she went to college, right? And then she got pregnant with her daughter, and the dad was like, see you later. And she now works in a department at what is essentially Macy's and has an apartment along the parade route, which is downtown New York. Yes, Dylan. Yes, exactly. It's downtown New York. That's the most impractical things. Let's see. Oh, wait, what then? Hold on. Let's see. Any pages you want to get to for the years up? Oh, gosh, I haven't even thought about that. Hi, Allison. Like the original one? Yeah. Wait, do what with the original Lord of the Rings? Yeah, Dylan McDermott. He's so handsome. I mean, I haven't seen a picture of him recently, but I had a huge crush on him. Okay, let's see. While we're touching these up, let's fill in the inside of these, okay? And we are actually just going to do the Van Dyke Brown. We're just going to fill it in completely. I might yoink a black. So good looking, right? I might yoink a black from this set. So limited color palette +1, because I really want just that strong contrast. So I apologize if you're following along with only this set. I'm gonna add it to black. I'm so sorry. Okay, what was I doing? Oh, right, we're adding the Van Dyke Brown to the middle. Okay. I'm tempted to have some more coffee today. Okay, so now we're gonna, oh, that was too much water, too much water. There we go. If it ever puddles on the paper, that's when I'm like, nope, 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 nope. Reel it back. There we go. We might add some gold ink on top of this at the very end. And we've got these stars, and I feel like I want to add it on the middle parts. Thanks, Kara. Okay, so how much time do we have? We've got 20 minutes still. What order do I want to go in with this? Sorry, I'm trying to think here. Let's go ahead and go in with our black, okay? And we're just going to go directly from, because it's going to be more pinpoint what we're going to be doing. So we're going to come down here. There we go. We're going to work on the leaves a little bit, okay? Okay. Yeah, that's a little bit dark. Too dark. Panicking. It's the thing with black is it's harder to remove it than it is to add it. They're still there, but thankfully with the Nurtec and everything else, it's manageable. Honestly, that medicine has been a freaking godsend just because, like, while I still get them frequently, that keeps it in check. So, yeah. Functional? Yeah. They're just sort of there. I don't know, like, unless Steve asks me directly or I think it's going to affect, like, my capabilities, because I get them so frequently, I don't know, I just don't talk about them as much anymore. Through the early 80s, Monk moved in 83 at a sublet. Maybe that's what it was. 815, that's crazy. Nowhere affordable in the city. Well, then that is a bit more believable. But yeah, they're manageable. I don't get one that really like maybe once a month or so I get one that's like significant that like the medicine doesn't necessarily work for it. but most of the time I'm able to like nip it. Like I had one this morning, but I always keep aspirin, Tylenol, and the Nurtec with me so that I don't have to like wait to take it, because it's when I wait to take it and I let it ramp up that it starts to overwhelm me a bit. But on the plus side, I've had minimal visual symptoms in regards to, did we name this fella in my head at all? I don't know if we have named him. Anyway, he's still hanging out up there, but my tests have come back good for it. So it's not, every now and then I'll catch a black spot in my vision. But it's like only when I look in certain directions. So everything's just sort of, Ivan, that's right, Ivan, thank you. Everything's just sort of status quo at the moment, so can't complain. Nothing's getting better, but nothing's getting worse, so that works, right? Yes. In fact, the ophthalmologist was kind of surprised when I came in for my last, because I go in every 3 months for a visual field test to make sure that, you know, my peripheries are still working right and everything, and the spots in my vision don't get significantly worse, because then that's when we have to talk about surgery and removal and all of that. But the last test that I had, like, it came back flying colors, and he was just kind of shocked because my test before that was not great. The scans were not looking great. No worries, Ronnie. Oh, that sucks. Oh, I can imagine on someone that young. Like, I'm able to rationalize it if, you know, the risk to me, because right now it's not doing anything. Yeah, it causes obscurities in my vision, but that's not going to do my eye damage in the long run. Eventually, just what will happen is it will grow enough that it will press too much on my optic nerve and will cause vision impairment. So then at that point, they'll need to go in to remove it. But they haven't done like a biopsy or anything, but I have had 3 separate unrelated neurologists all say that they're pretty positive that it's benign, which is the best that we can ask for. So there's not like a huge rush to get rid of it, like they're, you know, afraid it's the C word or anything. So mostly the risk is if they have to go in to remove it, there's a high risk that it could damage my vision perfectly. But I told Steve, if that happens, then I'm just, you know, go into the market for like bedazzled eye patches, make it a whole thing. How are you? And helped her feel better when you were doing well and managing. Oh, I'm so glad. Yeah, no, it's manageable. Like I said, for mine, the biggest risk is because it basically, the risk for surgery is because it's basically snuggling with my optic nerve right now. So they'd have to get really close to the optic nerves to remove it. And so that is where the risk lies. But it's not anything that's going to shorten my lifespan or anything. Absolute worst case scenario, which I am not putting into the universe whatsoever, is, you know, vision issues. But like I said, if it comes to that, I'll just, you know, pivot and start making awesome, you know, go viral as the one-eyed artist. That's totally a thing, right? Good, Ronnie. It's like, I know Connie's name I get wrong every time, but I can remember the name of the girl who sat next to me in 3rd grade back in 1983. Was only in our school for 4 weeks, right? Oh my gosh, yes. I remember when I was in junior high, and, you know, you're starting to figure out things about the world, and I was curious, what makes a memory something that sticks around for a while? I was having a hard time understanding. I'm like, why is it that we remember some things and not other things? And it was just like a random thought that I had. I had gone to use the restroom. I was washing my hands, looking at myself in the mirror, and it was just a random thought I had. And so I said, okay, I'm going to do an experiment. I'm going to tell myself right here and now that I am going to remember this moment. And I've thought of it kind of over the years, and clearly, you know, I'm almost 40 and I still remember it now. So I forced myself to remember a rather mundane moment. Like literally, I was just in the school bathroom. I was drying my hands with a paper towel and decided then and there that I was going to see if I could choose to remember something. Thanks, Ronnie. Welcome back, Kim. So I guess it worked. You know, 30 years later, I've answered my question. Is that 30 years later? Maybe like 24 years later. Allison. Thanks, Kim. Well, we're adding the contrast to the flowers now. Next time we'll be finishing up the flowers, and we'll be, in fact, I can probably add the rest of this contrast like on my own over the week, since you kind of know the direction I'm going in. Not any of the finishing touches, but like the remainder of the black. And then, when we come back next time, we'll work on, gotta watch them branches. We'll work on the background and everything, because I kind of have an idea of how I want to do like kind of glowy in the middle, which means the edges of these plants I'm going to go over with probably either the white or the cream to kind of cover up the lines a little bit to give it more of kind of that glow effect. So we'll see how it pans out. But right now we're just doing detail work, working on making sure that the colors aren't getting muddy, and we are utilizing our black from our other set. There we go. Totally random thought. You know what I miss that I haven't found a good gluten-free replacement for? Wheat thins. I mean, they're literally called wheat thins, so, you know, they're not exactly gluten-free, but I wish they made a gluten-free version. Because there's a cheese ball thingy that I make around the holidays that I tried eating it with like a different kind of cracker, but it's like you kind of need the wheat thins. Like that's what makes the cheese ball good, is eating it with wheat thins. So, yeah, if anybody knows any good wheat thins dupes, is on tonight. Well, is it like ABC? Like they're doing those, what do they do? Like 24 days or something? Christmas. Sorry, I realized that the edges of these ones weren't black enough. Yeah, I'm liking this. I'm glad we busted out the black. I think it is going to make all the difference. I think that was too much black. Hang on, it's still wet. I can work with it because it'll dry a little bit lighter than it is. Yeah, that's better. Thought I needed less gluten. It was not gluten. I had someone give me a gluten-free wheat thin recipe. I'm unpacking my recipe in a cookbook. Oh, ooh, yes, Allison, please. Absolutely, yeah. It was not just like a wheat thin, but it didn't taste like death. It was a reasonable substitute. I like that. Wait, what was it? All right, let's go ahead and add a little bit here. I'll need to look at the calendar when we go. I think we are just fine for the remainder of streams. So the 12th and 9th. I don't know if I'll be streaming on the 26th. I'll let you guys know, but that's the day after Christmas. I'm thinking probably not, just because I know I'm going to be exhausted after like Christmas dinner and all of that. So I will keep you all posted, but we may skip that stream. Kind of just depends on how hectic everything is. Right, Ronnie? Well, you know, we didn't have it saved in our smartphones. If we were lucky, we had, you know, like a little black book address book or whatever. But yeah, I remember mine. And we lived in a small enough town that we only had, like we did have, what was it? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We did have, no, that's not right. How many numbers are in this? Is 9? Yeah, it's 10. We did have like the area code, but we never used it unless we were calling long distance. So locally in town, we only had to put in 7 numbers. So I remember those. I mean, I do remember the area code too, but like it was not normal to put in the first 3. Shit. But I don't know, was that just me, like because we lived in a really small town? Or am I like, was that an everywhere thing? Like you only put in the other 3 numbers when you were calling long distance? Only put in 5? What were the 5 numbers? Like the last 4 and 1 of the first 3? Yeah, honestly, if I didn't remember my phone number from then, like, I probably wouldn't even remember it. Calling out of the area. Yeah, exactly. Long distance. Then we got the cell phones, and then it was like 3 minutes after 9, you know, 3 minutes after 9 and on weekends or whatever, and that's when you would save all of your long distance calls. Necessary until the mid to late 1980s, depending on which part of the country you're in. In a rural area, it was mid to late 90s. Yeah, that was us because we lived in a teeny, first number and then last 4. There you go. Yeah, because we lived in a really tiny fishing town. And yeah, we were not near any major cities by any means. Late 20s, many moons ago. Yeah, my first cell phone I got because I had a job and I was able to pay for it myself. My first cell phone was when I was 18. So that would have been 2003, 2004. And it was just this tiny little brick phone. It wasn't a Nokia. It was something cheaper than that. But you could play Snake on it and text, which was super cool. I got so fast at like punching all of it. Because, you know, it was when you had to like hit a button 3 times to get a specific letter. I was good at that. For the entire province, yeah. 17 when I got my first cell phone because I started driving to work. Yeah, that was mine exactly. And then, like, I had a few phones after that. I remember I got my first flip phone. I remember when one of our first friends had a smartphone that had the screen. And I just thought it was the stupidest design. I was like, it's never going to take off. Who on earth would want this? Oh, right, because now you can have internet on your phone. 50 for your first, yeah. I remember we had the suitcase cell phone because since my dad was a fisherman, it had a pretty good range and it acted as like kind of a radio. So he had that on the boat with him. Calling interdepartment, hospital, college, larger business, you only had to dial the last 4. See, that's cool. I love this that we're finally getting this contrast. I will definitely be catching up at least on the leaves for our next stream. I think that this will only take us 2 streams, but at the very least, no more than 3 for sure. Like, who knows? Maybe the week before Christmas we'll be starting another page. I want to communicate via text, right? Well, and I had a house phone up until, gosh, when would that have been? 2010, maybe? I think that's when I finally got rid of my house phone. Okay, I'm going to finish this leaf, and then we will wrap it up for today. Oh, just as a reminder, if you are a member and you haven't grabbed your download for this month, that is over in the community tab. So that is there. And we're just, like I said, we're using this black to add that contrast so things don't get muddy. There we go. There, you can see how it's like melting in my hand. Yeah, I think today is definitely going to be a second coffee day. And you're chaperoning a bunch of kids till 10 o'clock at night. It's a little exhausting. Ooh, nice bean-based cracker. Ooh, okay. Oh, no, absolutely. My first flip phone was about this big. It was a little red one. Got it through Cricket. I don't even know if Cricket's still around anymore. I could, Jeanette. I could, absolutely. I was thinking about running a sale for the rest of this month, specifically for my Christmas pages, since I did a sale like that for my like fall theme pages. Because I do have a coloring advent calendar. I've got the pictures of it here somewhere. I have to pull it out. But a track phone, nice. The track phones were they the prepaid ones, or am I misremembering? Shit. Oh, that's from Patty. Oh. It was held for review. Okay, I got you. Finger slipped and poof, it went. Oh yeah, buy your minutes. That's what it was. So yeah, here is. Oh, awesome. I'm so glad. Yeah, that's the, I've got an advent for desserts, and then yeah, the floral ones too. So yeah, that's where we're at. Thanks. So here is kind of the plan I'm envisioning. One, I'm going to find my heat gun so we can layer at the pace that I want to layer. But the black tips on the leaves, they're going to continue out. We're going to be doing the same black for the shadow on the stems. We'll probably include some black on the inside of the petals. Not a lot. Not a lot. And then what I think we'll do is we'll use either the white or the light peony on kind of the inside, and we're going to do kind of like a glow, and then into browns maybe, or maybe the russet. We'll see. But the idea is I kind of want to have the background be a glow, but it'll be dark enough up here that we'll be able to make the stars kind of stand out. So not a super complicated background. We're going to keep it kind of smallish, but I swear we got more done on this page today than we usually do on most pages. So, you know, got 7 of the Advents last week. I didn't finish this year, but I did finish 2 more small victories pies. Nice. Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Yeah, if you guys missed it, you guys can have the preview for the episode that I still need to edit. So this was the final thing with all of the Crayolas. So I need to edit both of these. This is going to be the next episode, and then this will be the one after it. And then whatever I decide to do with those. I'm still leaning towards Neocolors, but we'll see. We'll see how I feel when I'm all done. What did I say? Let's get hit in the face. And, yes. I find if I'm looking at my phone before bed, you know, because when you've got your phone, your hand over your phone, like if my hand's too relaxed, it'll accidentally swipe. And I'm terrified. It is so easy to repost things on Instagram now. And of course, I have my profile specifically catered for coloring things. And while I don't think anyone would be annoyed if I started reposting cute dog things, I'm like, it's really not on brand. So when I find myself lolling, or like my hand accidentally swipes or touch something, I'm like, oh, did I repost? And I frantically like go to my profile, check. I'm like, okay, we're good. I honestly, like, TikTok makes it I think there's 2 steps to repost. But like Instagram, when they first introduced it, I like accidentally hit it a couple times and I was like, no! Anyway, all right. Well, like I said, this is where we're at for this page. We'll keep working on it. Hopefully, maybe we'll get it done next time. We should be good to go to stream on the 12th, the 19th. We might cancel the 26th because it's the day after Christmas, so we shall see. But yeah, thanks for being awesome. Thanks for hanging out. And I guess we'll see you around. All right. Thanks for being here, everyone. Bye. Wrong one. Swear I'm professional.